Adam, don't fuck this up. Play my shits.
It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Here are 8 phone numbers you shouldn't call unless you're brave enough to do so. Most of these are pretty chilling, and I wouldn't suggest you dial some of these numbers if you're superstitious. That said, let's begin.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Excuse me.
1216-333-1810. This number wasn't known until someone found a USB in a bathroom at a Nine Inch Nails concert which contained an MP3 file named 2432. When played, the sound of chirping crickets can be heard. This was strange at first, but it was even more strange when the audio was ran through a spectrograph which revealed a mysterious number. This number turned out to be a phone number, and when dialing these digits, a recorded conversation between a mother and her daughter can be heard. However, this conversation isn't just a conversation. Instead, it's a chilling wiretap conversation involving a daughter who speaks with her mother about a terrifying situation she's currently in. Here's some of the audio that can be heard when calling this number.
Oh, shit.
Hello? Robin! Robin! Robin, are you there? Oh my god, I'm at the club. Get me out of here. I'm gonna die. Oh my god, you're gonna die. What's going on? They killed Joyce. I locked myself in the stock room. But now I'm getting out and everybody's got it. What's going on?
Now, many people claim that this was used to promote Nine Inch Nails' album at the time since this was found at their concert, implying that the recording is fake. Yet many still believe that this is a genuine wiretapped conversation between a mother and her daughter. Whether it's fake or not, this is still scary to hear.
Damn, that shit was creepy. Oh my god.
090-4444-4444. Now, if you don't live in Japan, then you won't be able to call this number. However, you can if you use Japan's country code, which is the number 81. People have claimed this phone number to be really haunted, as it belongs to a haunted being known as Sadako. Those who call this number claim to have heard blood-curdling sounds and other hair-raising noises made by this being. Although hanging up would stop those noises, it wouldn't stop the curse that Sadako has casted on you when dialing this number. It is said that just dialing these digits can curse you, and legend has it that those who've been cursed died within a week of calling. Yet some say that this number was made to promote the Ring movies in Japan, which has a character named Sadako. This may be a possible reason for the existence of this number. However, that's just a possibility.
I'm definitely not calling that shit.
630-296-7536. This number belongs to an organization called Boothworld, which, in the company's words, specializes in remodeling people's lives. People who've called this number claim to have heard different things. In one instance, someone who dialed this number heard a recording of a woman telling the caller that his phone number has been logged and traced and will be speaking with a representative shortly to schedule a remodeling appointment. Nothing happened afterwards, so he hung up. Later in the day, the same caller received a phone call from a private number. He decided to let this call go to his voicemail since he doesn't answer to unknown callers. He then checks the voicemail that was left, and what he heard was quite eerie. The voicemail was a recording of a woman with a very chilling voice, telling him that his information has been recorded and that Boothworld would like him to call back this number so that he could schedule his remodeling appointment with a representative. In another case, someone who dialed this number made a remodeling appointment for his girlfriend. He later received a phone call from Boothworld, but instead of hearing what the previous caller heard, he heard what sounded like his girlfriend screaming in pain. The scream stopped after a few seconds, and he was then greeted by a man who told him the remodeling had been carried out. Of course, this story sounds fake, but the number does exist. It's unclear what Boothworld means by remodeling, but it could be another word for torture or death. 0888-888-888. It is said this phone number is cursed since the people who've owned it have died. The first person who had this number died of cancer at age 48, the second was gunned down, and the third and fourth person were also shot. As of now, this phone number is no longer used or given out by phone companies. But you can still dial this number and hear a recorded message saying that the phone number is outside of network coverage. This is the least creepiest phone number to dial, but if you're superstitious and you're afraid of getting cursed, then it's best if you don't call this number.
I wasn't planning on it. I hope that y'all don't. Oh shit! I hope y'all don't call it
1-000-000-0000. Similar to Sadako's phone number, this one is said to curse you. However, it only does so if you don't do what the voice on the line tells you to do, which is to make 15 or more people dial this number. If you decide not to do this, which is to start a chainmail, it is said that you will die. Obviously, calling this number is impossible since it has too many digits. However, stories about this have circulated in some Asian countries stating that this number does exist because some people received a missed call from this number. Of course, you can always dial the number yourself to see if it works. Now, there is another phone number just like this one, but without the one at the beginning. And it's believed that this number is used by the dead to call their loved ones who are still living. A lady once received a call from this number after attending her cousin's burial and stated that she only heard static. But after doing research, she found out that this number was used by those who've departed and concluded that it must have been her dead cousin who called. One 207-404-2604. To promote the horror movie Carrie, a phone number was displayed at the end of a trailer for this film. It displayed the words "Call Carrie" above the phone number, which tempted viewers to do so. Although most adults who called this number weren't spooked by what they heard on the phone, it definitely frightened most kids. After calling this number, you would receive 3 calls back from a different number. The first call has the main character of the film Carrie screaming. The second call is creepy singing, and the third and final call is eerie whispering. Needless to say, all 3 calls are creepy, and there's no doubt that it hyped up the film. Nine.
Turn that shit upside down.
After missing a call from this number, a woman asked in a blog if anyone knew anything about it. She then finds out that others have also received calls from this mysterious number. Upon hearing this, she decided to call the number to find out who's behind it, but she didn't get much info after calling. All she heard was a recorded message saying that the call could not be completed as dialed. Later, she learns that the number comes from a Thai film that is similar to the plot of The Ring. Anyone who answers or calls this number dies afterwards. As of today, the woman on this blog hasn't posted any updates.
The number one number. I really hope none of y'all call these numbers. I have a feeling somebody's gonna call.
Red numbers. On May 2nd, 2007, a very chilling email was circulating in Pakistan. In it, it warned people to not pick up calls from these numbers, stating that these numbers appear red on the phone screen when being called, and that picking up these numbers can transmit a high-frequency signal that can cause brain hemorrhage and death. After receiving this email, many people started freaking out, fearing that they'll receive a call from one of these numbers. The government of Pakistan eventually stepped in by sending a letter to stop the mass hysteria by stating that the email was just a hoax. This, of course, made sense since no one had evidence to prove that they or someone else had received a call from these numbers. Yet, while everything was settling down in Pakistan, warnings about the red numbers began to appear in Asia, the Middle East, and Africa. Such warnings have caused many to believe that the red numbers do exist. No one knows for sure, but if they do, it's best to not pick up these calls. Thanks for watching. If you've received any strange phone calls or text messages before, let me know in the comments below. That said, this is Bizarre Bub, and I hope you enjoyed this video.
I receive my fair share of strange phone numbers, but I don't pick up phone numbers if they're not in my contacts or it's like an unknown number. I just don't. But you would just like, I don't care how many times that number, that the number that's not saved in my contacts or the unknown number calls my phone. If you don't leave a voice message, I'm still not gonna pick up. Even if you do leave a voice message, the chances of me actually listening to that voice message and calling you back is it's like I don't know, 70-30, like 70%. No, it's like 80-20, 80% chance. No, it's like 90-10. No, it's like 95. No, it's like 97 and a 3% chance that the 97% chance is I won't pick up. I won't call you back. The 3% chance is I might. And that's a big ass might. But I can assure you, right, 100 guarantee you that I'm not going to call any of these numbers that was shown in this video. Point blank, period. I don't got time for no bullshit. I don't got time to just to be fucked with, because especially because I'm scared. Y'all know I get scared very easily, and I can't have that. Not I can't have that on my heart. But I know there's going to be somebody out there that's watching this video that's going to attempt, if not call, one of these numbers. And if you do, Adam, don't fuck this up. Play my shits.
It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Here are 8 phone numbers you shouldn't call unless you're brave enough to do so. Most
Okay.
of these are pretty chilling, and I wouldn't suggest you dial some of these numbers if you're superstitious. That said, let's begin.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Excuse me.
1216-333-1810. This number wasn't known until someone found a USB in a bathroom at a 9 Inch Nails concert which contained an MP3 file named 2432. When played, the sound of chirping crickets can be heard. This was strange at first, but
Adam, don't fuck this up. Play my shits.
It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
here are 8 phone numbers you shouldn't call unless you're brave enough to do so. Most
Okay.
of these are pretty chilling, and I wouldn't suggest you dial some of these numbers if you're superstitious. That said, let's begin.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Excuse me.